Hello our learners, hope you are doing great. Fine, so in this video we will learn a very important concept in R, the objects. In R, the objects are the variables in which you can store the data. For example, let's say you are working on this expression. This expression calculates the exponential of sum of cos and sine values and rounds it up to 2 decimal places. Now if you want to use this expression say hundreds of times in your code, you'll have to type it in again and again, and there are very high chances that you may end up in making the typo error, such as you may miss one or two brackets or pass on the wrong number or pass on wrong numbers to the functions and so on. So instead of typing this out again and again, why not to save the result of an expression in some kind of a variable? This variable is called as object. In R, the object is created to store the values of an expression. You may create an object to store a value of some number, a value of the vector, or object can also be created to store a value of a data structure such as matrix or data table. The object can also be used to store a complex information such as entire visualization or the output of some statistical model, for example linear regression model parameters, can also be stored in the objects. So in R, the objects are everywhere. From simple addition to complex graphics, everything that is created in R becomes an object. Now the next question is how to create an object in R. The object gets created in R using an assignment operator. This is the symbol of assignment operator. It's a left-facing arrow. It has two characters. It has less than symbol and a minus symbol. Both these symbols are written side by side without empty space. The assignment operator points to the object receiving the value of the expression. Here the object called temp is created and it is assigned a value 45. So if I type a temp in the console, R will show 45 as the value stored in the temp object. Now you may wonder why such weird symbol is used as the assignment operator, when it could have been as simple as equality symbol, which is commonly used in other programming languages. Well, the reason being the equality symbol is used in R to test the equality between two variables. For example, a equal to b. This will check if a and b have the same values. Since R is primarily a language designed for statistics and data analysis, this equality symbol is strictly reserved to check the equality. And so some other symbol is introduced for the object assignment. Okay, now let me show you how different types of objects gets created. Let's go to the RStudio. So here is a script that I've created for this example. Please note that you can comment out the code using hash symbol. So this hash symbol followed by the statement, this is used to comment out the code in R. Okay, so let me run this code now. You can use the keyboard shortcut. I've used the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+Enter to execute the command. I've used the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+Enter to execute the current line of code, the line of code that I've selected. Ctrl+Enter for Windows PC and Command+Written for Mac PC. So these are the keyboard shortcuts you can use to execute the code. So you can see that the temp object got created. You can see that in the environment pane. It's a numeric object and it has a value 45 stored in it. You can also assign a vector to that object. Now here we are creating the numeric vector and assigning it to the object called tempvec. Now if I select and run this, Ctrl Enter, you will see in the environment pane that tempvec object, it's a vector object, numeric vector object gets created, and these are the values stored in the vector. You can also assign the data structure to the object. Here we are creating a matrix as a data structure. Now if I select and run this again, you can see in the environment pane, the matrix is the data structure that gets created, and the entire matrix gets assigned to the object called temp matrix. And these are the elements stored in the matrix. You can assign a function to the object. Now here I've written a simple function which multiplies two numbers. So if I execute this, you can see the function object called function gets created here, and if I call this function, then I should get the output as 200, which is the multiplication of a and b. So here we have created the object called temp function and stored the output of the entire function in it. Next one is we will be creating the object to store the visualization. Here we are going to plot a line chart of air passenger traffic. This is, by the way, air passenger data which comes inbuilt with R. So if I execute this, then you will see the line chart, and you will also see the temp viz object that gets created, which has the line chart stored in it. The next one is the result of a statistical model. You can assign a statistical model output to an object. Here we have created a simple linear regression model between car's engine size and the engine displacement. Again from the empty cars dataset, which is inbuilt dataset in R. Now if I run this, then you will see the coefficients of linear regression stored into the object called temp model. Great. So now we understood the meaning of our objects, and we have created multiple objects in this video. In the next video, we will create a vector object, though we have created a vector object in this video, but in the next video, we will dig deeper into various types of vectors. Vector is the most primitive object type in our language. It's the fundamental data structure in R. So do tune in. I will see you in the next video.